What's going on, everybody? Mike Carlucci here, and if you don't know me, I help you to stand out from the crowd on social media. I want you to be the eagle that is flying over the herd of sheep in the opposite direction. I want to put you into a category of one on social media so that you are completely different than anybody else in your market, and that is exactly what we are going to talk about today. Specifically, I have 4 different things that you can take immediately and start using to differentiate yourself on social media. However, before we start that, I want to bring up these 7 assets that can literally sell for you forever, for eternity, until the day that the internet blows up and dies forever. Go to 7.luccimedia.com, seven.luccimedia.com, and you will find those assets there for you. I've literally bought a product from somebody recently because of a video that they posted 12 years ago. So that's how powerful it is. So anyways, let's jump into this content, okay? Because I think this is really going to be useful to you. The first thing that I want to bring up, number 1, is generalizing, and why generalizing is not good on social media, making everything so broad, right? If you go on social media, you're going to see a lot of people that are talking about such broad topics like, hey, here's how to make a video. Hey, here's how to make money. And what you will notice is the people that are actually doing well with these topics are the people that already have, millions and millions of followers, like 5 million followers. They are the guys for that topic, that general topic, right? And then what everybody tries to do underneath those people is try and copy those people. They try and say the exact same things as them. And it doesn't work for them because it's just like too general, and people are not going to listen to them because they can just listen to the top dog for that. You know what I mean? And so what you want to do as somebody who doesn't have that type of leverage, and by the way, that type of leverage is not necessarily something that is just amazing thing that you should aspire to, because being small on social media is actually an advantage. But what you should think about is the same way how you would niche down for like a product or something like that, or niche down for an audience. You want to niche down the topic that you are talking about so that it is not general, and so that it is immediately actionable and helpful for people, and they can hear it in a different way that they've never heard it before, because they can take it and have a breakthrough immediately, okay? And therefore they will associate more pleasure to your brand, and they will want to watch you for that specific topic, because nobody else is giving the answers to those specific types of things, right? And so number 2 after that is abstraction. Okay, you don't want to say things in the same ways that everybody is saying them. What you want to do is instead, for example, I found this book over here, right? I was reading this book called Scientific Advertising one day, and what happened was I got to the psychology section on page like 29 or something like that, and Claude Hopkins was talking about something, and I was like, okay, how can this be applied to social media? This is a book from 1928 or something like that. How can I take this concept inside of this book and apply it to social media? And so that's exactly what I did. I took an idea that I had for social media, and I literally morphed that idea inside of the framework that Claude Hopkins has in this book, and I made it relevant to social media, even though this is an advertising book. Okay, so if you can do that, nobody else in your market, I can almost say with a shadow of a doubt, like nobody else is doing that, and nobody else will be doing the same things that you are doing, because everybody has different books that they read and everything. So what you're doing is taking your favorite frameworks from your favorite books and all of that stuff, and you are morphing your own ideas into those frameworks, right? And that definitely differentiates you from the crowd, because nobody else is doing that. Everybody else is just saying the same things over and over again, and people are just becoming blind to it in your market, right? Okay, so the third thing is making the old new again. And this was a topic that I kind of just came up with recently, and it's just a major breakthrough in my opinion. Like, what you will see is when somebody big on social media like Grant Cardone, Gary Vaynerchuk, Alex Hormozy, when those guys do something, it's like millions, not millions, thousands of people will start flocking to them, doing the exact same thing that they are doing on social media. They're taking the same format, the same copywriting, the same way that they sell, and they do it on their own page. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. I'm just saying that you should try that and see if it works for you. And then also look at what everybody else is not doing. What is the opposite of what they are doing? Because somebody told me recently, I thought this was really interesting, that the opposite of the hot thing is usually just as good, if not better, than the hot thing. right? So what you can do is go back to these people's pages that are big on social media to, like, I don't know, 2015 or something like that, like 5, 6, or 7 years ago, and see what they were doing back then that you can make new again, right? What were they doing? What was their headlines like? What kinds of videos were they posting? What kinds of images were they posting? And how can you take that and make it new again? Because I'm not saying that that's 100% going to work, but I'm saying that if you discover something that is still working that nobody is doing anymore and you start using it, then that's a massive breakthrough, right? And so that's hopefully very helpful for you guys. And then number 4 is having opposing viewpoints, right? So if there's a general viewpoint that everybody has in your market, for example, in my social media market that I am in, a lot of people say, oh, you're going to get a lot of views. You're going to get 1,000,000 views. Here's how you get 1,000,000 views. And I'm like, dude, views do not matter. We're not trying to get views. Views are just a number on a screen. Having 5 people that are worth $1,000,000 to you is just as important as having 100,000 people that are also worth $1,000,000 to you, right? So who cares about that number? So if you have those opposing viewpoints, let them out there because they differentiate you from the crowd, right? So that's basically everything. I don't know what else to say about that. Like, if you have an opposing viewpoint, then put it out there because people will start to disagree with you and a lot of people will agree with you, and that conflict will get you attention. Okay. I've done this and it's gotten literally millions of views on social media in different industries. Okay. So take that and run with it and let me know how it goes for you.